Kabor Kapatisi TV. Kabul, Kamashin Kabalas Nakarpang Kabakhamskem, Kamstet, Kamklan, Batbaduna Bam Umpnia.
Hey, what's going on? It's the script here, getting ready for our big show. That's our first show in India, in Shillong. We can't wait to come, and we hope we're going to see every one of our Indian fans there too. See you soon. Bye.
Menteri Sarkar Jala Bakmi Ikatan Information and Public Relation Lahkmen Rymbui ulakin tu ginong thok kubur Pathai ki Jingtip batikna nama ki Paidbah kin amsha ilam bakla hagitna set kubur saya akum meniga jok baka social media ketri borba yakni menteri lapan pau habakaran hagi jingra ki jong ki lat Pathai kubur kajala megalaya yakan national president kabalalong hakak sandri unai wing arajar posan hashilong club Hagani Sni Lasa Kilang, the Commissioner Secretary Jangkatanan DIPR, UVJ Kumar Mantri, the Chief of Field Office, Northeastern State, the UNICEF, the Dr. Mudhalia Jonathan, the Head of Department Janga Mass Media ke St. Anthony's College Shillong, the Dr. Sherry Kodor Kharshiyang, Bakinong Thok Kubor, the Blawan Kilenki District Jangajala.
How the press of today, the press of yesterday, and the press for the future. And more importantly, the role of the media in giving the right for the children. I will not dwell much on that issues, but what I want to say is that now, as your team has clearly mentioned role of print media in the digital age. Now for me, a layman, for the people on the street, it is very difficult for us to know whether everything published in the press is true or whether everything which flooded the media and electronic media or digital media is true or not. It is very difficult. And we should know why. And the reply and the answer is we cannot give it. Because anything, it is very dynamic. Dr. Kashin has already spelled out how the media face the challenge from time to time. But there are critical issues which we need to understand. And if the press, the media have some of these critical things, I think we can rise above all. Number one is how much trust does our public discourse deserve? Trust is built when journalism is ethical. When facts are checked rigorously, when multiple perspectives are heard, when the stories avoid stereotype, and when the most vulnerable are treated with dignity and care. These are trust are a very, very important thing, and ethical is very, very important. I'm very happy that our Honorable Chief Minister, who knows the importance of media, not only the importance of media, the importance of true reporting, the importance of the truth. Recently, the Meghalaya Media Meet was held, where the Chief Minister has already mentioned that the media-government partnership is built around four pillars: ethical journalism, public trust, responsible use of technology, and accountability. Today, on National Press Day, I want to reaffirm the commitment of the government to see that these four slogans, ethical journalism, public trust, responsible use of technology, and accountability should be the guiding principle in our day-to-day work. Ethical journalism is a very fragile information in this very fragile information climate, where information travels faster than verification and sometimes faster than truth. In such a climate, ethical journalism becomes a form of public service. It resists the temptation of sensationalism. It avoids amplifying hate, division, or stigma. It protects dignity, privacy of survivors, children, and vulnerable groups. In Meghalaya context, we should also respect the culture and also the language and understanding the people of Meghalaya. At the Meghalaya Media Beat, one clear takeaway was report with people, not just about them. This is very, very important. That is an ethical commitment. It also a democratic one. Trust, it is the invisible infrastructure of democracy. Many things in democratic system we build, we know that there is a road, there is a building, there is everything. But until unless trust is there, it is very difficult because many people, even if they see also, they pretend as they do not see. So from the government of Meghalaya, recent human-centric development work on maternal and child care, we have seen that people do not just ask, what is the scheme? They also ask, can I trust it? Can I trust the system? Can I trust what I read and see in the news? That's why ethical is very, very important. The Meghalaya Media Beat generates a powerful and evidence that frontline trust saves life. When the ASHA worker, Lightful Gida Kha, was with the mother, that relationship can be decided whether the high-risk pregnancy reach a facility in time. Media as a governance partner can bridge the gap between the policy and the people. Data plus story can change the behavior around issues like vaccination, healthcare, and education. Trust is built when the public sees that media, government, and communities are willing to look at uncomfortable truth together and still choose to cooperate over cynicism. The third pillar, the chief highlight is technology. And I want to stress that both the opportunity and responsibility. On one hand, we have the extraordinary tool, the digital storytelling, AI, and fact checking tools, data visualization. On the other hand, we have misinformation, disinformation, manipulative content. And the risk that the loudest voice online drown out the most vulnerable. So our challenge as the state and the media community is to ensure that technology serves truth, not the other way around. That means investing in training for journalists on digital tools, data literacy, and verification. Designing content that is accessible in local language and inclusive of the people in remote, low connectivity areas, and being honest about the limit of what any algorithm can tell about can tell us about the child life, county fears, or state aspiration. The fourth pillar is accountability. Accountability is sometimes portrayed as a tug of war between media and the government. What I believe true accountability is collaborative. We need the media to ask hard questions, to investigate delays and leakage, to examine whether promise translate into outcome. We also need a coverage that recognizes the progress, capture the innovation, and document solution coming from the ground. Because now, as I said, as the people of the state, they watch what the government is doing and what the media is doing. We have seen that I'm very proud that at least in Meghalaya, the media platform has not become a business or corporate house as of now. Yes, we have a media house, but they try to do what they are doing is just for to take care about their staff or about the reporters and so on and so forth. The problem is that once the media house become a corporate entity, that is very, very difficult. We have seen that in many mainline media or even in our local media also. If you count the news and the advertisement, it is 50-50. And the most important thing is that now, if you ask, that day, few weeks back, I went to one college. I asked the student, do you read news? Sometimes they reply. And I asked them, do you know what is news? They replied. I asked, what is article? What is editorial? Many of them, they don't know how to do. That means there is a disconnect between the learning of the child and the way we live. So the time has come that we, from the policymaker, from the media, we should highlight. That's why I'm very glad that because now the tendency of reading in our state slowly is coming down. That's why I'm very happy that last month the DERT have taken initiative that to give at least to educate, to have this reading club or reading platform to encourage the children to read. Because until they read, it is very difficult. Because there is a difference between reading and seeing and looking. It's quite, the difference is there. The knowledge which we gain while reading is different from the knowledge which we gain by looking or viewing of any content. So I'm very happy with the initiative of the DRT through leadership of our Commission Secretary to take the children back to reading. So I request the press also to take this forward, to inform the people that we need to inculcate in the child that they should read. And number two, which I want to speak here, is that many of the reporters, they are always in scattered. I used to say many of them, why you are here? And I used to tell them that I used to see that newspaper now become as the voice to propagate the view of Lahkmen Rymbui or the view of anybody. But they never go deep. When I say that the government under the leadership of Conrad K. Sangma has done a wonderful thing for the higher education in the state of Meghalaya. But nobody research. They carry the news that the education minister speaks like that. But they never go deep. How many government college till 2018? And how many government college after 2018 till date? And how many more the government is planning? The news, the digital news report, all the teachers are on strike because the government does not hit their grievance. But most of the press, they don't know how many categories of teachers. They don't know, they just report teachers. There are 13, 14 categories of teachers instead of Meghalaya. But they paint the same brush that teachers, they are on strike. Because the government do not hear the grievance. I understand, go deep. How many categories of teachers? How much they pay? And those schools they are a government school or a private institution, but nobody carries that. Honorable Chief Minister, for the last 3-4 months, he told that 260 enrollment schools in the state of Meghalaya. Press report. But have you go deep to education department? Name the name of the schools. 0 enrollment. How many teachers are there who just get their salary? Accountability, ethical reporting, that comes. The truth. And when we speak the truth, how that truth come out, that is very, very important. So I request you, my dear friend, that to see when you report anything, kindly look at the background. I know you are doing that, but don't just carry that whatever we say. Carry on. And more important thing now, I used to see that I speak this line, but there are 10 channel or 10 newspaper, they report the same statement but in different ways. Sometimes which deviate or misinterpret anyone who make the statement. So kindly wait, because sometimes when they sit, when they give the statement, when a chief minister gives statement, the first thing that who will report first? Their finger is on their mobile or their tab or their laptop, so that I will be the first online. Without listening much, because they divert their mind typing and listening. We cannot set too much time. You are to, when we report, we should report the truth, not only truth, factually. And after that, when you report that, then you can verify whether that statement is true or not. That means you will inform the or citizen truthfully. So this is the few things which I want to share with you in today's National Press Day. As Dr. Kharshim, let us not treat this day as just one of the days in the year. Let us think. Let us think in the past, look in the future, and see what it is happening in our state. Some political leader make a statement that the government of Meghalaya, the PGI ranking is at the bottom of the country. The government is doing nothing. And let's try to verify whether what is the government is doing from 2018 till date. Verify, publish the fact, so that it will, because we are not 100% correct. We cannot satisfy We want to do more. But if you report the fact, and we will look at the fact and the figure in your office, then we will see. And many report all the scholarship has not been paid, is delayed. Just go to Commissioner Secretary, why the specifically, or the government of India have not released. Go to the minister or the government of India does not. We should research why. Where is the bottom line? So that we will inform. Otherwise, we cannot do anything. And we from the government, in spite there may be a mistake, we will not able to recognize our mistake until you report the fact, inform the fact to us. Because sometimes we cannot reach everywhere. And many, they told that education that is coming down in the state. I used to tell that we have 4 government schools. I'm talking about the secondary and high school in our city. Paidbah, Shillong Public School, Government Girls High Secondary School, Government High School. And everybody is rushing to get admission in Paidbah and Public School. Why not Shillong Government High Secondary School, boys and girls? You go. Why the parent does not trust these 2 schools? In spite the salary is good. Because once you report, we will able to make a policy in such a way that we can improve things. So that's why we don't treat you as the people. We want that you to report the fact. We want you to report constructively so that we will able to alter any policy which we make to make it for the better good of our state. So I'm very happy today that Madam Jonathan is also here. She has spoken about the role of the UNICEF and about the World Children's Day. And the global theme is My Day, My Right. I'm very happy that we should recognize the right of our children. A reminder that every child should wake up each day with a right, and that we should try to see the world through their daily experience. This global theme emphasizes 3 ideas that also matter deeply in our media ecosystem. Children are agents of change, not a passive victim. Children want adults to listen without judgment and take their ideas seriously, as Madam Jonathan just mentioned. Content about children must be ethical, safeguarding their privacy and right at all times. Because this is very important. We have seen that in the last few weeks, where so many child victims, we have seen that their online photo is published as soon as the thing happened. This is very unethical. So this is very important to protect the right of the children. The newly IPR UNICEF partnership that we are announcing today builds directly on this principle and on the outcome of the Meghalaya Media Week. We will support the capacity building for journalists across the state on child-sensitive, inclusive and ethical reporting. We will co-create the safe, ethical format where children can express their view through drawing, short videos, interview without compromising their protection. And we will explore how to use new technologies responsibly, AI tool, podcast, data dashboard to make a child right and public service more understandable to the children. This partnership is one of a very practical way to turn the 4 pillars of ethics, trust, technology, and accountability into in day-to-day practice. Why? It is very important, the role of the media here. Because child start from newborn. Then We, the media, should inform so the parent knows what is the right option, how to take care, so that this is a very, very important while grooming the child. Because when he's 3 years, he's going to Akanbari Center or to preschool, or 5 years, that is 3 of his years, which is developing at home. We, as the media, should propagate what is the thing to be done and what not to be done. Let me close with the 3 policy level commitment from our side. Number 1, we will work to institutionalize ethical and child sensitive communication standard across all government messaging, so that the way we speak about children, communities, and data reflect dignity, accuracy, and inclusion. We will support number 2, we will support continuous capacity building through workshop, fellowship, and collaboration like this one, so that journalists in every district can access to the tool and training they need to navigate the digital era responsibly. We will treat media as a partner in accountability, welcoming constructive criticism, engaging with evidence that emerge from stories, and using it to inform the policy review and course correction. On this National Press Day, I want to thank you for the long hours, the difficult stories, and the risks you take, and the public trust you carry. If we can leave this hall today with a shared understanding, ethical journalism, trust, technology, accountability, then we will have honored this day in the best possible way. And if 1 year from now, a child in Meklia can look at the news and feel they see my life, they respect my right, they are listening, then we will know that our work together is on the right path to groom our children into a morally, ethical, and informed youth. Thank you very much. Kublesh Bun, Mithila, Jai Hind.
Will ladies who are chairing this program also getting medals?
Teachers, Shalom, bless you.
Hooray, hooray, hooray. Yeah. Under the leadership of West Bengal, he is the executive member of Shalom Press Club. They also have got a cash prize. Let them split a little among themselves. I will. You tell them how much. Let them come. Thank you so much, sir.